a very good safe option out there with good enough amount of heal with the ebb and flow, also giving her sustainability. Is more of the rest of the composition that Team Banana has to build around to ensure that they can get the death ball rolling. So, Team Flash going in with the Varus as well as Jarvan. I think that this is what they've been sticking to. Well, this is still very flexible when you have both the Riven as well as the Jarvan that can just swap into any of these lanes over on the upper portion of the map.
Do you think it looks like a bit of an oversight, Infinity, though? The fact that they've banned away the Ziggs, they've let the Varus be picked up for free, they've gone for comfort, really. I mean, I'm looking at a Banana composition with lanes, pick sides swapped. They've gone for comfort as opposed to what actually may have been the problem last game.
Yeah, I think picking up the Varus could bring up Flash into more of the range potential, considering they picked up Jarvan 4, they picked up onto Riven. This could lead into CC chaining potentials onto those team fights and lead Varus into a safe position. Now with Banana though, I think they're reflecting onto their game 1 composition. Rather than Rengar, they picked up Kha'Zix, but still huge potential to roam into the bot lane at level 3, at level 5, to be able to try and impact in the dual lane.
Okay, what Team Flash is telling us here is that they want high kill pressure down on the bottom lane. They don't care about that level 5. If you want to get that kill on level 2, that's going to be very doable when you do have Varus, Jarvan, as well as the Thresh. Now, locking in the Irelia as well. So, Garen ideally will be going alright against a Riven or even a Jarvan, but I'm not too certain if he could win all too easily when he's dealing with the Irelia though. So, Team Banana, they got the final pick going, and we expected the Fate to come right by.
Now, I think this is going to be very intense. I think Banana can utilize this because considering Varus, I think, is one of the ADC champions that doesn't really have an escape route, right? They don't have Blink, they don't have invisibility, unlike Kai'Sa, Ezreal, that has sort of some escape route. The only escape route for Varus on this game is going to be Thresh onto the Lantern. If Banana can disable Thresh onto giving a safe spot for Varus, they could utilize Kha'Zix and Twisted Fate to get that early rotations into the bot lane, get that first kill, disable Varus to scale.
Do you think, though, we're seeing the same sort of problems as last game that they Contra? The fact that the Jarvan's been locked in once more, that the Irelia is there. Sure, they don't have the Rakan because it was banned, but the Thresh can fulfill similar jobs in the sense of flays and lanterns and hooks and all the rest to try and prevent the mosh pit of aggression that Banana will be trying to throw their way. We highlighted that maybe Twisted Fate could be a good addition for them to try and flex in at the end there, but it feels like Flash has said, we're going to go for blue pick, get the first pick priority, deny what worked for you, and then say, we're going to take away everything that allows you to try and, have fun in this game. I'm confused about this one. I'm not sure who else could be, because it is our casting team that can get excited. The series 1-1. Boys, take it away.
Thanks a bunch, Jimmy. We're excited. We're hyped. I'm going floral. I'm going casual. I'm enjoying myself here. Banana versus Team Flash. There's no other way to go about it. I'm here with Omo. He has the big brain, the analysis that's going to bring some insight into how things are going to go. Looking at the draft so far, how are you feeling, Omo?
I think it's looking better for Banana. I think it was clear that the setup pick was a bit of a bait. He was just fooled the whole game. I'm glad he's back on Xayah. I'm glad to see a Kha'Zix on Vendetta. But on the other hand, right, I think that the members of Team Flash have really comfortable champions as well. I think we saw a Riven in there. The big standout for me, however, was the Thresh. I think I've been pretty vocal. I think Thresh is a bait pick. It looks good if you're going to smash your opponents anyways. I don't think the champion is that great right now unless you're just that much better, and I don't think that that's the case here from what we've seen. We saw some pretty good showings from the bottom lane of the side of Team Flash. We saw Glory D had some sick engages on Rakan. Not gonna quite be able to replicate that here on Thresh, and we need to see Banana members, please don't get caught again. Glad to see the Garen for Iron Nitrogen. I think that's a good pick to stabilize. And I think that the dive comp from Team Flash might get pretty counted here by the Xayah pick, by the Nami pick. At least I hope for that to be the case.
Yeah, we'll see if there's any survivorship bias when we see the Thresh going into games that are already winning. As we talk about going into games, we're going into game number 3. Team Flash going up with Banana. They're looking to take this one away and get the first team up to match point. We're still up in the upper brackets. Wasn't quite expecting to hear that from Miomo. But yeah, we're going into the upper brackets, and Banana and Team Flash one apiece.
Yeah, I wasn't quite expecting Banana to be here comfortably in the upper bracket as well, having taken down another game from Team Flash. I think they're looking like a serious contender here. This time around, something that I kind of forgot to mention was the Twisted Fate pick This was a big one for the game that Banana won. Destiny Gate is just so strong as a spell. You get to navigate the map so well. You get gold so easily. And we talk about the 2-3 item spike from TF being so effective and coming so early. I think that this is definitely a higher prio pick than Ari. And we saw yesterday as well, right, Grandin? TF was the decider between Invade and who was that? Between Invade and Saigon Phantoms as well.
I have to ask though, Omo, do you feel like the Twisted Fate pick is especially empowered when you have assassins or assassins with stealth on the enemy team?
Definitely the case, right? It is better if you can review the stealth, but it's a luxury thing as we see some action.
Yeah, interesting start to the fight. Exhaust's gonna come through. Darling's gonna have most of his damage stifled, but unfortunately, it looks like Banana's still gonna take the worst end of that trade.
Yep. And this is going to be a big problem for Banana, right? We talk about how Trash is a bait pick, but it can do one thing very well. With a Varus, it can be lane dominant, and if you do land the hooks, you can find the picks really easily. We're going to see a trade of Scuttle Crabs here. Bot side has to give up everything because they're losing the trade so badly, and Tails is going to get dived.
He's level 2. He's going into this. The Ignite's already come through, and yeah, it's not even close. Joyce comes in with first blood.
Actually, I say that, but he could have gotten out. He had double sums. Scarlet Petal was back here. I think if he flashed, he could have gotten out, and now they're just going to get re-dived. This is so horrible.
It's a repeat. They're going back around. Shines up at the top side. He's going to like face off against Vendetta.
Nice.
Gets a nice stun off. Stops the Kha'Zix in his tracks.
Yeah, and this is going to be a pretty good trade for Banana. That's a huge stacked wave in the Baron lane. It's going to make sure Shy gets his growth a little bit slowed, and I think that's highly important because we saw what his Irelia could pull off in the last game. If you give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. He was team fighting like a monster. This Jarvan pick was instrumental as well, right? They were the dive buddies going in here together. This time around, it's going to be a little bit less effective. Bramble Vest on Iron Nitro, that's going to be a big pickup as well.
Grabbing an early Bramble Vest means they're gonna play for us the same kind of condition as the Garen last game, playing it safe, trying to skill up tanky, make sure he's
look at Joyce.
A bit of a menace.
He popped the Broken Blade.
Yeah, here we go, starting things off early. Scarlet Petal's gonna face off against a lot of damage, likely gonna go down. Aqua Prison comes through, but still goes down. Destiny comes in, and they do find a damage to trade back for one, and it's gonna be a little bit late in the rotation.
That's a good trade. I think you're happy with that. They want a bit more on Ellie, but he has a flag and drag, so...
Wait, Stun Card comes in, he catclips back into the fight, but he has the lantern, gets out to safety.
All right, gets out in the end, so that's going to be A-okay for him. But a bit of a tempo lead here for the side of Banana. You get a couple of kills, it's going to be a bit of a trade. But we do see some stabilization coming in from them. Joyce was so far ahead in gold. He's ahead of Vendetta for the first time this series in the early game, and he's gonna use that to try to snowball. So killing him there kind of puts a bit of a bumper in his tempo, and as well as him blowing his flash is gonna be very helpful for the dragon fight that's gonna be coming up in 30 seconds.
Look, but if you're a Vendetta fan, you're definitely quite happy about this. You're seeing the Kha'Zix. Sure, it's hit again. We saw this happen in his first game up against QWQ. They got a pentakill with that champion.
He did.
So surely, if you're a fan of Banana, fan of Vendetta, you're quite happy to see this. Even if he's a little bit behind the early game, he doesn't quite mind. He's still going to go in, trade off against Ellie, take a decent chunk of damage away from him, and just going to reset back in the jungle.
I think at this point, you should be calling to trade objectives here on the side of Banana. You are not in condition to fight.
Oh my. Oh my. Yeah, a little bit too ambitious. That's the flag and drag onto two, and they get the catch onto Soul. He has double summoners. I'm not sure that's going to save him. He flashes from one end of the box to the other and still going to get caught out. And Vendetta burning down low to the Ignite barely survives.
Look, and this is a consequence of the bottom lane differential that we saw. The trades that they were taking were not going in their favor. They were losing fights in bot lane. This means that Glory D is full tempo advantage. He gets to be anywhere he wants. And I think it was Riku who brought this up, right? When you play a trash, what do you want to do? Two things, right? You want to win your lane, and you want to move with your jungler. That's exactly what Glory D is doing to great success, I might add, and it gives him a lead. The mid jungle 2v2 won't go in the favor of Banana because it's not a 2v2, it's a 2v3.
You know, you're sounding really smart here, Omo. Bottom lane differential while using big words. You're trying to impress us here. I'm going to keep it simple. Bot lane difference for Banana. How do you feel like this is going to make it? Bot gap. How's this going to make a difference? Because you see Scarlet Petal, he's already rotating to the mid side. Just trying to make sure that they're safe. Tails has entirely given up that lane. They're going mid. Instead, they send Soul to the bottom side. How's this play out?
It's really iffy. They have to give this one up, I think. Vendetta is behind in goal, and with him being the primary carry of this team, that's not something that you want coming to these team fights. What I would suggest is for them to look for a TF pot to the Baron lane and try to find something over there. With that said though, they are not set up for this play, and it seems like they're just going to give up this dragon and not be able to get anything in return. Nitrogen is going to be way too late to get here. Shy is already in position, but that's going to be Herald as well as Dragon for Banana.
Yeah, Banana's still a little bit afraid of the Aurelion Soul from last game. The Dragon's giving them a little bit of PTSD, so they're going to leave that for Team Flash instead. Leave them to grab that one first up early, but that means both neutral objectives picked up for Team Flash in the early game. Rift Tower was also theirs for the taking, so now they have a double whammy. They can do two things at once, Omo.
Yeah, indeed. And when we saw Banana take the first game, what they managed to do it off was off of an early game lead, getting both objectives. This time around, Team Flash turning the tables on them, and it's looking to be a very dominant performance once again from Joyce.
Yeah, looking good from Joyce coming into this one. Shy is also coming in here with Irelia. We've seen a little bit of Irelia jungle, but definitely looks to be in better form in the Baron lane. Gets a little bit more gold, a little bit more farm down the bottom side. Soul's gonna face off. Ellie looking low. Wild God's barely missed out. And so he's still gonna surely lose his life here. He's still alive though, Joyce. There we go. Flash in, gets the stun off. That's the kill.
But he did the most that he could in that situation. I think it was a good attempt at trying to outplay. He very nearly got the kill on Ellie. Instead, will settle for burning double flashes. That inevitably dodges out in the hook. They're gonna try for more. What?
Okay.
That's not what. You don't need to. There's no hook available. There's no follow-up to the Chains of Corruption there.
You're clearing the wave. You're killing the creep. There's one creep there.
Yeah,
tidal
kill the wave.
No, yeah, that creep had to make a wish, right? Creep had to make a wish. He wanted to go surfing for the first time in his life before
Vendetta. He's having a really
gold for
tough time
somebody
right now.
else.
He's not facing off against Joyce.
Yeah, no time to farm, no time to deal with his own counterpart. He's been facing off against multiple opponents. There goes Stun Card starts things off. Joyce is going to be nearby. Cataclysm comes in. But the flag and try to get away.
Pretty
Just locking them in
questionable
place.
things from both of these teams, right? But yeah, the point that we were trying to make, Vendetta has not been playing against Joyce this game. He's been playing against Glory D and to some extent Ellie as well. The support from Flash had such a free lane that he's just taking over the map. Joyce comes in, smites away the rip buff, Vendetta has to run. It's so sad. They're doing exactly what they need to do. They've identified how do we win against Banana. We shut down Vendetta, and they're trying to run for more.
This is it. This is the tempo of the game they were looking for. Nice flash away from the flowers to where to dodge away from the stun, but still going to be the death
So
sentence. Let's
tanky.
see if this makes a difference. Nitrogen, he's very much tanky. He's still very much alive. They're just going to clear the wave and hold on to this top turret.
But Flash are running the map right now. They are taking every single lane. You have to invest more members as a Banana team, as a Banana player rather, to make sure that your teammates don't die. When that happens, Flash trades you on the other side of the map. They get more on the map. That's the story of what we've seen so far. Ellie has his cooldown up in a couple of seconds. He's gonna be happy. Doesn't
Yeah,
even
we
need
see
to.
it.
Glory
Destiny comes through. Wait,
Bot
still
gap.
looking for this. Yeah, death sentence gonna connect. I'm not sure if Soul wants to keep going for this, but he has the flash. Could flash him with the gold card, but they back off instead. Top side turret gonna go down. They're making their way back to the mid lane.
They are indeed, and they're trying to siege this one. I don't know if that's the best idea right now. 2-on-1 here. Nitrogen can't get out. He's tanky, but these two guys do so much damage.
Oh, fight back in the mid side. Ellie's looking low on
What
mana.
is
Better
that?
Storm coming out, but it's a little bit too late. Tails misses out the kill, and the arrow clips onto two. Darling puts them down low, looking for the solo. Finds it on Scarlet Petal.
Yeah, and I don't know what that two disguise was. I don't really know what he was trying to accomplish. Doesn't quite get anything out of it. Vendetta doing a bit of a little campy here, but it's gonna get spotted out by the ward. Has to just back away. Look at the gold lead. We are approaching 10,000 gold here for Team Flash. I can't really do the math, but they are running away with this game.
Also almost looking at 8,000. Death Sentence connects back on the Soul. Looks like a repeat of the last fight we saw in the mid lane. Looks like this time around, though, they find the first kill back on the Glory D. Things are looking up for them a lot better than last time around. Vendetta's coming online now.
Vendetta.
One more hit,
Vendetta.
surely we'll find it, and he makes something happen in the mid lane.
He's trying his best. The poor guy is really just trying his best every single game. Nitrogen is trying his best to hold down the fort, but they can't find enough. They get, what was that, 2 kills onto the bottom lane of Team Flash, but they lose their turret, they lose Vendetta, and they nearly even lose more. They're gonna lose the Ocean as well.
Yeah, likely losing Ocean here. See Twin Shadows coming through for Soul. Team Banana playing for a much safer Twisted Fate. Generally, we like to see the Niche Bane come through early on. Just give it a little bit more damage to Twisted Fate. Instead,
I like
they
the rapid
realize,
fire cannon.
Yeah,
I like
rapid
the
fire cannon,
utility.
second item. We've seen that in this game instead.
Yeah, it gives you a lot more utility. It's much easier for you to do your job of just clicking the stun, getting out. If your Kha'Zix wants, you can find a bit more. And just burning the flesh from Scarlet Petal there, taking a greedy rotational path, will get punished. And I mean, the name of the game right now is Jungle Difference, but Jungle Difference comes as a result of bot difference.
So in the end, it's still going to be bot differential, as you've so eloquently put before. Team Banana trying to hold on, but look at this jungle just being cleared out. You clear this entire jungle, that is about a wave and a half of golden EXP. Vendetta, he needs to fall to the scale.
He can't
up.
get
Needs to
anything.
ahead.
Everyone is living in this jungle. He is getting bullied right now. This is what
So
happens when you get a Varus trash lane that gets ahead, right? And look at the gold on Shy and Joyce, both approaching 10k. Vendetta here, the lowest gold of any carry on his team, setting at 6,000 gold. And we talk about how this is a one-track team. You cannot see Vendetta struggling this far behind in terms of gold, in terms of items.
Yeah, he's been playing it safe, been able to hold on. You see, he's only had that one death, but as a result of that, we've been seeing a lot of action. They've been stout on. There we go. Gold card starts exhausted, get the silence off, and one kill. On the Thailand by double. Ultimate's committed to that fight. Meanwhile, Joyce is looking for the angle in. Vanguard's edge connects onto multiple targets. Tidal Wave gonna try and build some space. Vendetta, he jumps out of it. He's not looking for this fight, but they finally find a kill onto Joyce, and suddenly things are looking on the downside for Team Flash. They get silenced right before the Dragon's Lance, and Team Flash forced to back away.
They want Baron. They can get it. They can get it as well because you have the damage from Kha'Zix isolation. They're gonna be getting onto the Baron. Tails is gonna be doing a decent amount of damage with 2 items as well. I think Glory D smells this one, but what can he do?
Okay, they're starting this one up. That's a death sentence to start things in. Shy's coming in from the side now to get some decent vision. That's going to be the Flawless Duet coming through. Good damage coming out. It's looking, things are looking very dicey as Banana are still in the pit, but they're in the pit with Team Flash. And the Baron goes over, stolen away by Team Flash. Banana lose everything there.
It was a disaster there, and it all starts out with Glory D holding down the fort, making sure he annoys them as much as possible. That could have been so good for Banana as long as they secured the Baron. I do believe Vendetta had the smite for health, and Piercing Arrow was what stole it away from Dialing. Half a screen away, it does not matter. This Varus does so much damage. Look at Shy here. He tries, Soul Runner tries to get the stun onto Shy, but Shy will use that as a chance to get on top of him. And look at Dialing here, this Varus, the Piercing Arrow, needs Smite to contest that one, and he gets away such huge amounts of burst. He is huge right now on this Varus, and Banana, they need to find a jump on him again, or it's gonna be a difficult fight.
Yeah, that's an oof-sized launch. It's the biggest one that you could probably grab at your local convenience store, your fast food joint, or whatever you're looking at. Team Banana, they need to find some way to get back into this. Baron's
and they
no longer
need
an
to
option.
start it off by killing Dialing. The consolation for them, the silver lining, is that Dialing went for Spooky Ghost. He got the Twin Shadows. He's not going to have QSS. He's not going to have Zhonya's. So if you get on top of him with the TF Gold card, that could be big. I don't know if you want Jarvan, though.
Let's see what happens. Vendetta jumping on, gets some decent damage. Oh, but the Dark Passage.
Glory D is everywhere. He's everywhere.
Look at that. Here's Dead Man's Blade. He's running around the map. He's marathoning around the map.
He's really getting everything, and Scarlet Petal as well as Tails are having such a hard time here to even be able to touch the wave. Team Flash are taking over the map. Banana trying to find picks, but not getting it where it counts.
They had a miraculous find in the mid lane, and that almost converted into the Baron, but losing that opportunity, things are looking a little bit more difficult for Team Banana. Now, Inferno Drake spawning up in 10 seconds. Will mark the third for Team Flash if they secure it. This Banana will just have to watch out for these minion waves. I suppose the upside of this is that they only do seem to have the one Baron buff on Dialing. That's a couple ultimates gone though, missing out the Chains of Corruption. The Tidal Wave coming in, they're looking for the re-engage. Perhaps that's going to be the Death Box. The Pandora's Box out from Glory D. Slows them, puts the brakes on. Banana won't be able to pursue, and they're just going to have to reset.
So with 1 HP as well. And Banana, surprisingly enough, they hold on to their base. Everything outside is shattered. Everything outside is in shambles. But their base still stands for that much longer. We see the gold count. We see Shy as well as Joyce. They're still pulling so far ahead of their counterparts. And this means that the game is lying in Tails, really. He needs to carry the game. I-Edge, Static Shift, and Navori Quick Blades. He is going to be doing pretty decent amount of DPS. I do believe he needs some armor penetration to go along with it, and then we will be counting on Xayah to see if he can really try to carry the game. We'll rely on Kha'Zix as a backup plan. He is going to be trying to clean up the team fights after Xayah does the bulk of the DPS.
Give me an idea of that, Omo, because you talk about how Vendetta can still come online as a secondary carry potential. What does he actually need in order to come online here?
He needs Tails to do the bulk of the work, really. He needs the Desire to really get everyone low so that he can use the AoE spikes to like chase them down, and he can, you know, maybe try to get some jump resets in. It's a lot to ask for, and I don't think that Tails has been a reliable carry for Banana at any stage, really. So I think this is a bit of a reach here. When you see Vendetta being 4k down his counterpart, that's typically when you know that the game is done. And I feel like Banana, this game is done for them, but I'm happy to see they're still trying to find angles to punch back.
Ready to pop the Destiny just to get some information on where the enemy team is going to be. Spot out that Shy is off in the other side of the map. They know where Ellie is as well, so things are looking pretty safe for them. They can just afford to go and clear out the waves, not have to commit to a fight. Next one's gonna be that Elder Cloud Drake as well as the Baron alive right now. Couple of big objectives coming online that Banana have to watch out for.
Yeah, what can you really do with your Banana? You cannot walk up on this mid lane. Destiny Gate has been used as well. Dialing is here with the arrows stealing away your jungle camps. It's just so impossible to play against a Varus who has full control when he has the Thresh to save him, right? I talk about Thresh being a bait pick. It only really works when you're that much better. Well, in this case, Glory D was just that much better.
And it seems as well that, you know, we've been talking a little bit during our narrative meets, during our research sessions. Oh, yeah, almost wants to still kill the Vendetta. It looks like they're actually maybe trying to find this. Flashing in, they get the lockdown, find the catch back onto Soul. But Soul's gonna flash away as well. He has the gold card. Actually, he posts out the red instead. Barely dodges away for the crowd control. Banana survived to see another fight, but the next fight might be the end of it all, Mo.
It might indeed. A lot of ultimates burn for Flash. This could be an attempt at a re-engage.
The best re-engage coming through, but they do manage to find Glory D. It's a good spot for them to be in. They find decent damage back onto the Thresh, now locking down back onto Ellie. The Ignite comes through. They find the first kill to start things off. Now they have to reset off the Baron. Jumping over the wall, Joyce walks back in on them, but the Varus is too much for them to deal with. Gold comes in, and Nitrogen, he's just looking to buy some time, build some space for the rest of the team.
Tails auto, man.
Tails can't find an angle to get anything done. They get the Alco Prison back onto Shido. Shy has to flash away. Now over to the other side. Joyce flashes in onto Soul, and Soul is dead. He's gone. That's going to be mid laner gone. The crowd control that you've been relying on. Nice use of the ultimate from Desire to survive, but now he flashes the wall, but he's onto Shy instead. Nitrogen's going to go down. He flashes in, but doesn't realize that Shy's there, waiting for him in the Baron lane. It's a triple kill. Team Flash takedown 4.
Team Flash, this was a sweep for them. Brilliant manipulation of the waves. Shy realizes that this fight was not looking good. He rushes mid lane to just push down the inhibitor. Banana, they were lost. They couldn't commit to a single call. They didn't know if they wanted to take the fight or if they wanted to defend. And this is Flash just marching down the mid lane.
That's just it. Game number 2 heads over to Team Flash as they go up to match point.
They do indeed.